Charlie Kirk, a name that millions of Americans knew, especially on the conservative side of politics. At just 31 years old, he had built a reputation as one of the most visible young activists in the country. He co-founded Turning Point USA, appeared regularly on TV, hosted debates, and had a large presence on social media. Whether people agreed with him or not, he had influence. And now he is gone, shot and killed in public at an event in Utah. This video will walk you through who Charlie Kirk was, what happened on that tragic day, how the hunt for his assassin began, and what this moment means for America. The language will be simple, the facts straightforward, and the story continuous so you can follow every beat. Let's begin. On the day of the shooting, Charlie Kirk was speaking at Utah Valley University. It was part of his American Comeback Tour, events designed to bring conservative politics onto college campuses. Hundreds of people attended. Security was present, but the atmosphere was calm. Kirk had just finished answering a student's question when it happened. A single gunshot cracked across the campus. Panic spread instantly. People ducked, ran, and screamed. Charlie Kirk was hit in the neck. The shot came from above. Investigators later confirmed the assassin had positioned himself on the rooftop of a nearby building. A sniper shot, deliberate, targeted, precise. Kirk collapsed. Emergency responders rushed to him. He was taken to the hospital, but despite every effort, he did not survive. The crowd that day will never forget the sound of that gunshot, nor the sight of Kirk being rushed out, fighting for his life. Now, who was the shooter? Authorities quickly identified a suspect, 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. The FBI and local police say he used a bolt-action rifle. After the shot, he didn't stick around. Security cameras captured him leaping off the rooftop, sprinting through the campus, and disappearing into nearby wooded areas. The manhunt began immediately. Investigators found physical evidence, shell casings from the rifle, footprints, palm prints, even markings on the rooftop surface where the gun had rested. They pieced together his escape route using security footage and eyewitness accounts. The FBI released video of Robinson's dramatic jump from the rooftop. That clip has gone viral. Millions of people have now seen the exact moment he fled, and the hunt continues. Meanwhile, reactions exploded. On social media, misinformation spread within hours. Fake names, fake affiliations, false claims about the shooter circulated widely. Some posts went viral before fact-checkers could correct them. Political figures responded quickly too. Many conservatives described the assassination as a direct attack on free speech, blaming an atmosphere of hostility against right-wing voices. Others urged calm, warning that politicizing the event too quickly could deepen divisions. Across the country, schools and universities discussed safety. Students who had been in that hall described the trauma of hearing the gunshot, the chaos, and the fear. International media also covered it, because it wasn't just another shooting. It was the assassination of a political activist carried out on stage, in front of cameras, in the middle of an American university. So who exactly was Charlie Kirk? Why did this moment hit so hard? Kirk started Turning Point USA when he was only 18 years old. Over a decade, he turned it into one of the most recognizable conservative student organizations in the country. His events often sparked controversy with heated protests and debates. But his rise showed something undeniable. He connected with a large audience of young conservatives who felt their views weren't represented on campus. By 2025, Kirk was not just an activist, he was a brand, a symbol, and for many a leader of the next conservative generation. That's why his death in such a public and violent way has sent shockwaves far beyond politics. The investigation into Tyler Robinson's motives is still ongoing. Authorities are careful not to jump to conclusions. Was this planned for weeks? Was Robinson acting alone? Did he have political or personal reasons? Or was it something more chaotic and impulsive? These are the questions investigators are asking. What we do know is that Robinson carried out a sniper-style attack, a method designed to shock and terrorize, not just to kill. And it worked. The assassination is now a national story, dominating headlines, podcasts, and late-night discussions. So what happens next? First, the manhunt. The FBI and local law enforcement are using every tool to find Robinson. Tips from the public, surveillance footage, forensic evidence, everything is on the table. Second, the political impact. Charlie Kirk's assassination will fuel debates about political violence in America, about security at public events, about the role of rhetoric, and of course, about guns. Some are already calling for tighter security at all political rallies, even those on college campuses. Others worry that more barriers and restrictions will silence speech altogether. And finally, the personal impact. To his followers, Kirk's death is devastating. To his critics, it's still shocking, because no one expected violence of this magnitude in such a setting. Agree or disagree with him, he was a powerful voice in America, and now that voice has been silenced. Let's pause here. What does this assassination mean for the bigger picture? It means that America's polarization is reaching new and dangerous territory. It means that disagreements, which once played out in debates and arguments, are increasingly spilling into violence. And it means that every public figure, left or right, now faces a new question. How safe are they when they step in front of a crowd? Charlie Kirk's assassination is not just about one man. It's about the future of speech, politics, and safety in a divided nation. In closing, let's be clear. This story is not finished. The hunt for Tyler Robinson is ongoing. More details about his motive will emerge. The political consequences are still unfolding. But what we know right now is simple. A 31-year-old activist who built a movement from scratch was cut down by a sniper's bullet at a university campus. And America is left asking, how did it come to this? The only certainty is this. Charlie Kirk's assassination will shape U.S. politics, security, and public debate for years to come.